You see the examples there. He lives in Lagos. I saw him at Obiango. He lives in Lagos. His company is at Lekki. These are some of the examples. Then another thing is the use of since and for. The use of since and for. When to use since and when to use for. When to use since and when to use for. For is used when the number of the period of time is mentioned. That is a specified period of time. But we use since when the number of the period is unmentioned. So when you are using for is when you mention the number of time that thing happened. But if you did not mention the number, you use what? Since. For example, I have been here for 2 days now. I have been here for 2 days. There is mention of how many. That is 2 days you use for. But when you did not mention the day or the number, you use what? Since. I have been here since yesterday. The number is not mentioned. So you use what? Since. I have been here since yesterday. Emeka has been sick for 2 days now. Emeka has been sick since last year. Are we there? So when the number of the time is mentioned, you use what? For. But when the number of the time is unmentioned, when you are not specific, you use what? Since. Am I communicating? All right, good. Avoid the use of preposition at the end of sentences. A preposition must be followed by a noun and have an object. Preposition does not appear at the end of sentences. In any way that you're making any utterances, don't allow prepositions to appear at the end of the sentence. It must have an object. There must be an object after the preposition. Like when you say the table is where I kept my books on. The table is where I kept my books on. No, rather you say I kept my books on the table. There must be an object after the preposition. Prepositions don't appear at the end of statements or expressions. All right. Next thing, some basic things to do while writing. Some basic things to do while writing. Number one, make your subjects and verbs agree. If the subject is plural, the verb should be what? Plural. And if the subject is singular, the verb should be what? Singular. I believe we know what we mean by subject of a sentence. Do you know what we mean by subject of a sentence? And maybe what we mean by predicates. Subject and there's what we call subject and predicate. Do you know what we mean by subject? Eh? The caption. I like that. Oh, good. I like my students are very intelligent. Yes. The main emphasis, the caption, whichever. So, when you come to English language, you have what is called subject and predicate. What do you mean by subject? Subject is that thing that is being talked about in that sentence. Subject is the performer of the action. Subject is the doer of the action. Subject is that thing that is being talked about. Then why the predicate refers back to the subject? The predicate refers back to the subject. For example, the students are learning. The students are learning. The students now is the subject of the sentence. Are learning is the predicate of the word, the sentence. Everything from verb down right way is the word, the predicate. The teacher is teaching. The subject of that sentence is what? The teacher. Are we there? The boys are playing. The subject of that sentence is what? The boys. They are what we are talking about. That is what we are talking about. That's the subject. Just like some of you said, the theme or the emphasis or whatever. Yes. The subject of a sentence is that thing that is being talked about. The performer of the action. The doer of the action. Then the predicate refers back to the word, the subject. The students are learning. Who are those learning? The students. Are we there? Then when you come to the predicate, we also have what is called object of the sentence. Object of the sentence. In a sentence, we'll have subject, we'll have object. Object is found in the predicate. Are we there? When you say, the man killed a goat. The man killed a goat. The man is the subject of the sentence. A goat is the object of the sentence. Object of the sentence is the receiver of the action from the subject of the sentence. Object of the sentence is the receiver of the action from the subject of the sentence. I don't know whether I'm communicating. Am I fast? Okay. So that is it. So when you come to a sentence, we have subject, we have verb, we have objects. But the verb and the object starts from the verb, this side. So the first thing says, make your subjects and verbs agree. What that means is, if the subject is singular, the verb must be what? Singular. If the subject is plural, the verb must be what? Plural. Just like we said, he has, she has. Are we there? If the subject is plural, the verb should be what? Plural. If the subject is singular, the verb should be what? Singular. By so doing, you're getting it correct. Then, be consistent with your tenses. Know your tenses. Just like we are talking about. When to use present tense and when to use past tense. Choose the right article there, a or am. Use complete sentence. Capitalize where necessary. Capitalize the first alphabet that starts a sentence. Capitalize names of persons, days in a week, month. You know there are some people that still write their name using small letter. There are some people that still start a sentence using small letter. It's not good. So you have to be careful on that. Use the right pronouns. Use the right preposition. Check your spelling. Learn to go through your write-up after writing. Okay? You learn to go through it after doing what? Writing. Don't be too fast to publish. Nobody is above error. Even we. Nobody is above. We continue to learn every day. English language is not our mother tongue. It's a borrowed language. So we'll continue to learn every day. All right. Then let us look at other wrong expressions. I try to bring some of the common errors that we use every day. There are so many of it. So many of them, but I try to bring some of them. Let's look at them. The man bought the house with 1 million naira. What you're trying to tell us is that 1 million naira is with you as you are buying the land. Just like in your profession. How much did the man bought the land? He bought the land with what? 1 million naira. That is wrong. Rather, what will you say? For 1 million naira, not with 1 million naira. That is some of the things that came as a result of mother tongue interference. We bought it with 1 million, which means you are with 1 million naira. You are hand in hand. You were there. 1 million naira was there with you. Are we there? The man bought the house for what? 1 million naira. So that is for. The correct preposition is for and not with. I have a good news for you. Wrong. News is an uncountable noun. You can't count. There is what we call countable and uncountable noun. Countable nouns are the ones you can count, the objects, but uncountable is the one that you can now count, though we'll have a measure of counting them. So news is an uncountable noun. You don't use it with a or am because you cannot really count them. I have a good news for you. We used to do it. Maybe one of your clients is due to pay. You have concluded everything. And you want to break it to one of your friend or your husband or your friend or whoever. I have a good news for you, darling. We used to do it. You don't have a good news. What will you have? Say it there. I have good news. You don't used to put the A. Or I have what? Piece of information or piece of news. You don't use A. It's very, very common. I have a good news for you. So henceforth, don't say I have what? A good news. What will you say? I have good news for you. Or I have a piece of information for you. Am I communicating? All right. He is an academician. Yes, that is what we normally see. Even those of us in academic, they used to say it. We are an academician. We are academician. Why should we do it that way? It's a wrong expression. Academician refer to people who are in a particular academy, like a school or Air Force Academy or wherever. But when you're talking about scholars, those who have gone through education and they are qualified for one particular certificate or the other, you said we are what? What's the correct expression? So you're not looking at them. Huh? We are what? Check what is there. He is an academic. Academic, not academician. Academic. That's the correct expression. Henceforth, don't say academician. We are academician. That's everybody, they say it every day, every day. Every day. Amongst those of us that feel that they are learned, they used to say it. We used to correct, but politely. So he's an academic, not academician. Okay? My names are, that is what to, the thing started raining. My names are, yeah, people. My names are, you know, you start saying. It's a wrong expression. My name is. You're talking about one entity. You're talking about yourself. You're not talking about two persons. Just like we say, my phone numbers are 080. That figures make together is your phone number. One. Yes. Not my names are. I don't want to hear somebody say my names are. You see here, Dr. Doris Chidi Mala. Who are we talking about? One person. One person. So when you are introducing yourself, you say, my name is, and not my names are. Don't put your mouth inside this case. Okay? After you might have finished selling your property and it's time to share, and there is problem in sharing of the commission, there will be quarreling and somebody will come and say, please wait, don't put your mouth inside this case. Don't put your mouth inside. Stay clear. Yes, it's good. That came as a result of mother tongue interference. Our mother tongue. We now translated into the use of English. Don't put your mouth in this case. Don't put your mouth in this case. Yes, people say it over and over. My dear, henceforth, when somebody is trying to look for your problem, don't tell the person, don't put your mouth in. And what will you say? In this case, don't get involved in this case, or don't interfere in this case. It's more polite and appropriate. It's not as if when you say don't put your mouth in this case, the person will not know what you mean. You've communicated. Are you getting it? The person will understand what you mean. But when you put it in the right way, the person will also know that he's dealing with somebody who is a little bit polished. Okay? So don't get involved in this case. Not don't put your mouth in this case. That came as a result of the interference of mother tongue into the use of the English language. Are we there? I think his head is not correct. I think his head is not correct. Actually, one year, your head is not correct. Let's stop saying that. It also came as a result of mother tongue. Is there anybody that doesn't understand Igbo here? Anybody? Yes, it came as a result of mother tongue what? Interference. And what's supposed to be? I think he's daft or crazy. I think you're daft or you're crazy. I think you're daft or you're crazy. Not I think he said is not what? Correct. Okay? All right, the next one is, I want to barb my hair. Say the truth. I want to go and barb my hair. Oh, they come on. I want to go and barb my hair. Huh? That's the wrong expression. It's not as if people will not understand what you mean. I want to barb. Barb, what they call barb is the mouth of that thing that they use in cutting the hair. That is not what it means. The correct expression should be, I want to have my hair cut. I am going to have my hair cut. That's the more polished way of saying it. Not, I'm going to barb my hair. I'm going to have my hair cut. Hope you're still with us. Is it? Anaba? Okay. So I'm going to have my hair cut henceforth. That's what I want you to be using. That's what I want you to be saying. Not, I'm going to barb my hair. I don't hear Igbo, or I don't hear French, or I don't hear English. It's very, very common. That also came as a result of mother tongue interference. Adam and Igbo. Adam and English. So Adam can now. I translate here into the use of English language. There is nothing. When you say you don't hear, there is difference between hearing and understanding. In hearing, something is entering. You can hear now, but you're talking about not understanding. Not understanding. Hearing, something is entering. You can't say you don't hear Igbo. You hear it. But what you say is that you don't understand Igbo language, or you don't understand English, or you don't understand French. Not you don't hear. You hear. You hear it, but the issue is that you don't do what? Understand it. This also came as a result of mother tongue word interference. Am I communicating? Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Huh? That is it. Yeah, you're hearing me. That's what some people, when you are talking, when you are teaching, when you are saying anything, when you talk and talk, are you hearing me? Yes, sir. Are you hearing me? Yes, ma'am. Are you hearing me? Woo. What are you supposed to be? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? More appropriate. More polite. Are we there? Can you hear me? Henceforth, don't say, are you hearing me? I just try to select some of these common errors so that you try to inculcate it in your use of the English language. Are we there? Because over and over we've been teaching. We've been teaching. Anywhere they call me now to go and talk on use of English for adults, I normally bring out these errors because right from your nose you'll be hearing a noun is the name of a person, place, animal, or things. A verb is an action where. Adjective are words that modifies this noun. Verbs are words that modifies it. What they go? You know, but I try to check out things that will be unique from our daily classroom activities. You know, and these are some of the errors we make every day. And you are not going to classroom to go and learn it again. This one has to do with performance. Are we there? So, henceforth, say, can you hear me? Not are you hearing me? For those of you that are teacher estate or real estate agent or wherever, when you talk and talk, you say, can you hear me? Not are you hearing me? Or even when you're talking over the phone, are you hearing me? I say, can you hear me? All right? Another one says, he has eaten the money. This also came as a result of mother tongue interference into the use of English language. That's one of the problems we have. Okay? That's not what's supposed. So he has spent the money. He has spent the money. Not he has eaten the money. Somebody does not eat money. You can't eat money. Rather, you say he has spent the money. The minutes of the meeting was read. Wrong. Rather, you say the minutes of the meeting were read. I have seen secretaries saying it over and over. The minutes of the meeting was, the minutes of the meeting. No, you're not talking about one. You're not talking about two. The where, you use where. The plural form of past tense of was. The minutes of the meeting were read. I need a help from you. There is nothing like a help. You cannot count help. Rather, you say, I need help from you. Maybe you want somebody to just help you do one or two things, because it's one thing that you want the person to say, I need a help. One help, a help. There is nothing like a help. Rather, you say, I need help from you. Help is an uncountable noun. Help is an uncountable noun, so it should not be preceded by the indefinite article a. Mrs. Okoro and Emeka are tight friends. They are tight friends. We say it every day. We are tight friends. Money are tight friends. We are tight friends. You cannot be tight friends. Rather, you are what? are what? Femme friends. Femme friends or close friends. We are femme friends or close friends. We are femme friend, not tight. I don't want you to say tight again. Don't say tight. Rather say femme friends. Femme friends. All right. Ever since she got married, she has not taken in. Ever since she got married, she have not taken in. You know, people often use this word, taking in, taking in. Have she taken in? Taking in does not mean to be pregnant. It's a wrong expression. Taking in does not mean to be pregnant. Has she taken in? No. It's a wrong expression. Rather, you say, ever since she got married, she has not become pregnant. Ever since she got married, she have not become pregnant. Stop saying taken in. These are Nigerian English. These are Nigerian English that we call it. Ever since she got married, she have not become pregnant. She have not become pregnant is the correct word, expression. So stop saying taken in. It is high time you stop collecting bribe. It is high time you stop collecting bribe. Whenever you're using high time, the verb that follows it must be in past tense. It is high time you stopped collecting bribe. It is high time you stopped collecting bribe, not stop. It is high time is always followed by the past tense of a verb. The fact that its meaning is present or future notwithstanding. It is high time you stop cheating in the examination. It is high time you stop collecting bribe. It is high time you start coming late to class. So each time you are using high, the next verb should be a past tense. Are we there? Make it to be attributed to order of your expressions. All right, marble is heavy. Marble is heavy. That is what we are trying to say. Each time somebody is pregnant, you say, my wife is heavy. Ada is heavy. You know? Back then, I was thinking is a correct expression, but in the course of my study, I found out that it's very, very wrong. Just say marble is what? Pregnant. To be heavy does not mean somebody. Even when you overfeed, you can also be heavy. Are we there? So that does not mean to be pregnant. Use the correct expression. Marble is what? Pregnant. Where are we? Have you shifted? All right. She's married with 2 children. That's what we normally say. Mother tongue. What means is that when she's marrying, she married along with those 2 children. She married with 2 children. When they are paying her for her bride price, when she was doing traditional wedding, she was there with the 2 children. That's what it means. Wrong use of preposition. Wrong use of preposition. She's married with 2 children. My dear students, what will you say? She's married and has 3 children. She's married and has 3 children. You know? So not she's married with 3 children. So henceforth, I don't want to hear she's married with 3 children. She's very brilliant. She's very brilliant. Brilliant and very brilliant is something that is excellent and very excellent. You don't need to use 2 of them together. The adjective brilliant means very bright, extremely good, excellent, very successful. The addition of very to brilliant is redundant. It's not useful. Rather, what will you say? She's what? Brilliant. It covers that very. How I wish I will succeed. Wrong. Rather say, how I wish I would succeed. How I wish I would succeed. Wish is used with a verb in the past tense or in the past form. How I wish I would succeed. How I wish I would, not how I wish I will succeed. Are we together? All right. I like the odor of your perfume. I like the odor of your perfume. I hear people say it now. It's very, very common. I like the odor of your perfume. Wrong. Rather say, I like the fragrance of your perfume. Henceforth, I like the fragrance of your perfume, not the odor of your what? Perfume. I like the fragrance of your perfume. Your line is not going through. Very common. Very, very common. Your line is not going through. Is it not what we normally say? All the common. What will you say? Your line is not connecting. I've been calling your line is not connecting. Not is not going through. I've been calling your line is not connecting. She died after a brief illness. Almost all the burial posters, that's what you see. But recently, people have started correcting it. I see some posters, they no longer write it. She died after a brief illness. What they're trying to say is that after surviving from a brief illness, she later died. She died after a brief illness. After surviving from that brief illness, she now did what? She died. That's what they're trying to say. But that's not what you mean. She died while suffering in that illness. She died while in that illness. That is what you mean. That is what you mean. But they say they die after a brief illness. What are you supposed to write? She died during a brief illness. She did not make it. She did not make it. She died of that illness. She died while she was suffering that illness, not after. So henceforth, we are not praying to die, or nobody will die. Though we know we will die, but not now. Just like one that died at my area. Somebody that went for Wednesday adoration. Danced and danced till around 8:30 or 9 o'clock. Went to, slept. Around 2 o'clock, wake up. Something is blocking my heart. Something is blocking my heart. Call the doctor. Before they could call the doctor, death. That one, I don't really know. But it's not our portion, though. It's not our portion. Very strong man, though, dancing and jump. People that he danced with, we are in shock. Things are happening. You know, this our country now is very, very hard. People are going through a lot. You might not really know. You see somebody walking like that, you don't know what that person is carrying. That's why I tell people, don't quarrel, don't shout at anybody, don't push anybody. You might push the person will buy. They will say you killed somebody. All right, what did we say? She died during a brief what? Illness, not after a brief illness. I saw your missed call. You used to saw. Okay, I saw your missed call. You did not saw. Huh? You did not saw. Rather you say, I missed your call. I missed your call. That's what I normally say. I saw your missed call. What you're supposed to say is what? I missed your call. So henceforth, when somebody calls you and you are not able to pick at that particular moment, when you come out and you see it, what will you say? I missed your call. Sorry, I missed your call. Not I saw your missed call. Flash me. Flash me. You flash me. Why are you flashing me? Even anytime, any day. It's a wrong expression. Flash does not mean to give a beep. Does not mean somebody called you and dropped immediately. And what are you supposed to do? Give me a ring or beep my line. Give me a beep or ring my line. I don't want to hear you say flash me. Yeah? Even me at times, I used to say it. Flash me. But when you practice it, you get used to it. Not flash me. When you say you remember, no, beep my line. Just alert me. Alert me. Okay? Or give me a ring. Not flash me. I don't want you to say flash me again. I need a packer. Yes, that thing you used to pack dates in your home. I need a packer. That thing is not a packer. What is it? A dustpan. That thing is called dustpan. Yes. Yes, that's why I said, you know how to communicate in English. You know how to speak. You can write. I am not here to teach you how to write. But I'm here to highlight some of the wrong words or expressions that you use so that you correct yourself. Let there be a new thing you learn apart from what you've learned in the four corners of your classroom when you're learning English language in the higher institution. It's not, what is it called? Packer. It is called dustpan. Dustpan, not packer. The rain beat me. Okay? The rain beat me. Now we are in rainy season. The rain beats me, meaning I'm toto. No, rather, what will you say? I'm drenched by the rain, or I was drenched by the rain. Don't say the rain beats me again. I'm drenched, or I was drenched by the rain. Wake keep, stroke, wake keeping, wrong. What will you say? Wake. Correct. The wake is on Friday, not wake keeping. Wake means to be awake. Are you getting it? It means what? To be awake. The wake is on Friday, not wake keeping is on Friday. Wake already means to be awake. As at when do. I will pay you as at when do. That's what we normally say. What you're supposed to say is what? As and when do. As and when do, not as at when do. You buy something on credit. You say, I will pay you as at when do, or pay as at when do. It's very, very common with businessmen and women, and those that normally buy like that. I don't want you to say it again, please. I'll pay you as and when do. As and when do. In your transaction with your clients, use appropriate expression. I forgot my phone at home. I forgot my phone. I forgot my phone. You forget your phone. You don't forget what? What you forget is abstract things. What you forgot was bringing your phone, not your phone itself. You don't forget objects. What you forget was bringing your phone, not your phone. You forget abstract things, not objects. I forgot my phone. Rather, what you're supposed to say is, I left my phone at home. I left my phone at home. You can't forget. What you forget is abstract thing, not objects. All right. Happy birthday in Aras. Wrong. Happy belated birthday. When you mix to wish somebody happy birthday, don't say happy birthday in Aras because it has gone. Rather say belated birthday, or happy belated birthday, whichever way, but don't use in arrears. When you use that belated, anybody there will know that this person is polite. He knows what he's doing. Are we there? Good. Working experience. Yes, in that your CV, go back and check what you've written. Working experience. What did you write? Working experience. What it's supposed to be is that place they are supposed to list where you have worked, all your experiences. You don't say working experience, rather you say what? Work experience. Work experience. So go and correct your own. Go and correct what you've written. So many people have written working experience. I wrote it too. There, working experience. So what you're supposed to write there is what? Work experience. Work experience, not working experience. I don't know whether I'm communicating. Are we getting something? All right. Another one, some uncountable nouns we should not pluralize. There are some uncountable nouns we normally put plurals while using them. You don't do that. You don't do that. Uncommon nouns we should not put the plural marker X, as some people do it every day. You see somebody saying staffs, staffs, staffs. Please, staff is staff. Staff is staff. Our staffs. Our staffs. Don't put it. Don't put it. So many learned people use staffs. So many. Henceforth, please, staff in your working place. Staff. And don't say she's our staff. Rather say she's a member of our staff. She's one of our staff. Not say she's our staff. Am I communicating? All right. News. Informations. There's nothing like informations. There's nothing like informations. Information. Advice. No X. Behavior. Not behaviors. Not behaviors. Don't put the plural marker X. Don't put the plural marker X. Equipments. Not equipments. Not equipments. Don't put the plural marker. Maybe you have so many equipment there. You want to tell them that there are so many. You put X. No. Equipment is equipment. Personnel. There's nothing like personnel. People that are working in office. Personnel. No. Personnel is personnel. Don't put the plural marker X. Why speaking or why writing? Stationary. Don't say stationaries. Stationaries. Wrong. Stationary. Luggages. You have so many luggage that you're traveling with. Say my luggages. No. Luggage is luggage. Luggage is luggage. Accommodation. There is nothing like accommodations. There is nothing like accommodations. Homework, not homeworks. Machinery, not machineries. They should not also be preceded by the indefinite article a or an, but could be preceded by the definite article there, as the case may be. They can be prefixed by such words as enough, more, some, and much more, as the case may be. Are we there? So please mark such words. When you are writing or when you are speaking, try not to pluralize them, especially stuff that normally use almost on a daily basis in our place of work. Don't pluralize it. Another topic is the use of fewer and less. The use of fewer and less. The use of fewer and less. Fewer is used with countable nouns. Example, bag, car, orange. Less is used with uncountable nouns. Oil, milk, water, and the rest of them. You use fewer when you're talking about countable nouns. The ones you can count, the ones you can touch, the ones you can feel. You use fewer. But you use less with uncountable nouns. The ones you can't touch, the ones you can feel. Are we there? For example, I have less friend. Wrong. Friend is a countable noun, so should not be preceded with less. Rather, you say, I have fewer friends. I have fewer friends. Are we there? I have fewer friends. Am I communicating? All right. Then we'll have the use of between and among. The use of between and among. When do we use between and when do we use among? The use of between. Between is used when you are referring to two persons. Between is used when you are referring to two persons. But among is used when you are referring to more than two persons. Between is used when you are referring to two persons. Then among is used when you are referring to more than two persons. Example, the money should be shared among the the money should be shared between two of you. Two persons. The money should be shared between two of you. Then the money should be shared among the 10 girls. The money should be shared among the 10 girls. So whenever you're using between, it's when they are two in number. But you use among when they are more than two. Okay, next one is tautology. Tautology. What do we mean tautology? Tautology. When you try to use two words that are supposed to mean the same. Okay, but not really. Jargon are peculiar words that are peculiar to a particular profession. Yes. Yeah, when you use words or phrases that mean the same thing in the same sentence. That is tautology. It's tautology. Using some words or phrases with the same meaning in a sentence. That's what tautology. We use them every day. We say them every day. Many of them. 8 a.m. in the morning, wrong. A.m. means morning. So you don't need to add morning. It's either you say 8 a.m. or 8 in the morning. 8 a.m. or 8 in the morning. So they are the same. You use either one. reverse back. Reverse back. Reverse back. Reverse means go back. Is that how you say reverse or go back? Is that how you say reverse or go back? So you use one. We have come to final conclusion. We have come to final conclusion. The use of final or conclusion is tautology. In conclusion or finally. Is that how you use in conclusion or finally? In conclusion or finally. Yeah. I shall never again see you. I shall never again see you. I shall never see you, or I shall not see you again. I shall never see you, or I shall not see you again. So when we are speaking, we know when we are committing what is called tautology. Using some words or some phrase that mean the same thing in the same sentence. The money should be adequate enough. The money should be adequate. Both adequate and enough are the same. The money should be adequate enough. The use of adequate and enough is tautology. It's tautology. So it's either you use adequate or you use enough. It's either you use adequate or you use what? Enough. What is it by your time? What is it by your time? Huh? Huh? 2? Okay. All right, so it's either you use adequate or you use what? Enough. Not the money should be adequate enough. The money should be adequate or the money should be enough. The meeting started at about 4 p.m. The meeting started at about, so many people that normally write minutes, they do it. The meeting started at about. The meeting started at about. I think I did it at my early time when I started being secretary. The meeting started at about. It's either you use at or about. At is used when but about is within. So using the both together is tautology. The meeting started about when you're not sure of the exact time. But when you're sure of the exact time, you use what? At. Are we there? You use at. How many of you